Hello and welcome to pmplounge.com. Today we are addressing a question which is the most basic in the world of project management, and that is what is project management? So, this is probably the first question anyone will naturally ask for when you introduce them to the world of project management and the concept of project management. So, what is project management, right? That's a basic question, and we come across this question ever so often because a lot of people, when they are starting off with project management, this is something that they want to know, and this is something we are addressing today. So let's get started. Now, in order to understand project management, we must first understand what is a project. And to address that, a project is temporary. So temporary is the important word here. Temporary is the key word. So a project is temporary. That means it has a start and an end date. It has a definite start and an end date, thereby having a defined scope and resources. So if there's a start and an end date, there will be certain scope of work that needs to be accomplished between those dates, and there will be a definite set of resources which will be available during those dates to be able to complete that project. So project, number one thing to understand is that it is temporary. The second thing is that project is unique. That means it is not a routine everyday operation. So you wake up every day and you, let's say you like to um, go to the gym and work out, right? That is not a project for you because that is something you do every day. That is an operation. Project is temporary and it is unique. That means it is not your routine everyday operation. It is a specific set of operations designed to accomplish a well-defined objective. That means there could be a set of operations that could be involved, and they could be designed in such a way that they help and accomplish the well-defined objective of the project. So that is what project is. Two things to note out of this slide is the fact that a project is temporary and the project is unique. Now, of course, to achieve the project, to complete the project, right? We know that it is unique, we know that it is temporary, but you need people to manage it, right? And that is where project team comes in. So a project team includes people who might not usually work together and could belong to different organizations and across multiple geographies, right? That is a thing to note about the people, right? So the project team includes people that come together to complete the project. That's it. That means when we say that the project is temporary and the project is unique, of course, project teams are also temporary. Once the project is done, the team will disperse, right? The team dissolves. And the project team might include people who do not usually work together. They come together only to accomplish the project, only to complete the project. And these people could also belong to different organizations. So your resources on the project may not be from your own organization, right? And as we see so often in IT projects, the resources in the project team or the people in the project team could be spread across multiple geographies, thereby giving rise to the issues that we see more so often, right? That the time issues, the time slot issues, right? The time differences that people have, right? The late nights some people have to attend calls to, or the early morning some people have to attend the calls to, right? So that is what project team is. It is a set of people who come together to complete the project, right? And a project, like I said earlier, is unique and is temporary. That means the project team is also temporary. All right, let's move on. Now that we know what is a project, now that we know what is a project team, we are in a position to understand what is project management. Project management is the application of knowledge, skills, methods, experience, tools and techniques on project activities to meet the project objectives. Now, a project is unique. A project is temporary. A project will have a set of activities to be completed in order to meet the project activities or in order to complete the project, right? There will be a set of certain activities. Now, the application of the knowledge, the skills, the methods, the experience, the tools and techniques on project activities is what makes project management, right? That is the very definition of project management. It is the application of knowledge, skills, methods, experience, tools, and techniques on these many project activities, right? Which make up the project and which ensure that the project completes. Now, what are projects? The projects could be, developing a new website or a software. That's a project. Relief effort as a result of a natural disaster. That is a project. Construction of a building or a bridge. These all are examples of project, right? And these projects require project management to be able to complete. These projects require project management to be able to meet the project objectives. So, a relief effort as a result of a natural disaster that requires immense project management skills, right? That requires a lot of project management to be able to complete the relief efforts and to be able to successfully meet the goals of the relief efforts. The other thing to note here is that business leaders, they understand that project management is a function within the organization, right? So this is a function within the organization. This is not something external. Project management is a function within the organization, and that is why business leaders hire individuals that are specifically trained in this discipline, and people who are specifically trained in the discipline of project management are, of course, project managers. So they are hired so that they can handle organizations' project management needs. Now, let's say you work for an organization that is involved in construction business, in the business of constructing buildings. So of course, construction of a building is a project. We've just seen that. So to be able to meet the project management needs, to be able to accomplish the construction of buildings, right? You need project managers. So that is what project management is. And once project managers come on board, of course, they will apply their knowledge, their skills, their methods, their experiences, the tools and techniques to be able to meet the project activities and to be able to complete the construction of the buildings successfully. So that is what project management is. Now, defined by PMI, we have 5 process groups and we have 10 knowledge areas. And that is what your entire PMP exam is based on. Of course, that is not just the only aspect of the PMP exam. Of course, PMP will test you on a lot of other things, your real project management knowledge and experience as well. But then throughout the exam, the entire framework belongs to the cross section of the 5 process groups and the 10 knowledge areas. The 5 process groups are initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, and closing. These are the 5 process groups. We have gone into a lot of details on what are process groups, what are knowledge areas, and that will be a great starting point for you to get into the field of project management and understand what project management is. I will link to a playlist in the description, which is all about the basics of project management, the very basics. If this is the first video that you're seeing on project management, go through that playlist and you'll be able to understand a lot of other concepts which are at a very basic level of project management, and that will help you kind of get your knowledge up to date on project management up to a certain level wherein you can scale from there and dive into the field of project management, dive into the jobs of project management, or get yourself a PMP certification. Start from there basically. So these are the 5 process groups. Let's take a look at the 10 knowledge areas I was speaking about. So the 10 knowledge areas are integration management, scope management, schedule management, which was earlier known as time management in PMBOK 5, but now we have PMBOK 6, which is out, which calls time management as schedule management. You've got cost management at number 4, quality management, project resource management, This was known as human resource management in PMBOK 5, but PMBOK 6 calls this project resource management. Communications management at number 7, risk management number 8, procurement management, and finally number 10 is stakeholder management. So these are the 10 knowledge areas and the 5 process groups that I discussed in the previous slides. The cross section of these two basically have a lot of activities, a lot of processes, which is what the entire PMP course is based around, right? So PMP exam course is based around. So of course there could be certain things which could be out of this as well. You cannot really define the PMP course within the cross section of these 10 knowledge areas and the process groups, but by large, that is the absolute course and the absolute scope, if I may use, of the PMP exam. So that is all that we had in this video. Hope you liked it. Hope you understood the basics of project management. Hope you understood what project management is. And I hope this is the starting point for your project management journey. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more such videos. We cover a lot of topics on project management and PMP exam, as well as project management industry information to help you understand where is the industry going, what's the latest, what's buzzing around. So subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't done so already, and check us out on our social media, facebook.com/PMP Lounge and twitter.com/PMP Lounge for the latest updates. As always, do check out the website pmplounge.com, your number one free resource for PMP certification and project management industry information. Thank you.